Hi everyone, welcome to Intro to Graphic Design. My name is Joanne Denning and I'll be the instructor for the course. The best way to contact me is through Canvas. So if you notice on the left-hand side of the page, there's an inbox. You should be able to send me emails directly through Canvas. And what's great about doing that is when I see your email, it tells me exactly what course you're in. So to get started, I think you should first review the syllabus. I have a link to it here, or you can always go to the left-hand side and click on the syllabus link. That will stay active throughout the course. You're currently on the course homepage, and this will change frequently, or at least weekly, as we go through all of the different weekly modules. And usually on the homepage, I paste or post introductions to assignments or projects, or anything that I feel you might need to be successful that week. Sometimes I also post student work. So if you do a great job on one of your projects, you might find it on the homepage just for other students to look at. So go ahead and click on the syllabus when you get a chance and go through all of the information. There's office hours there, so I will be on campus Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays if you want to meet with me in person. I'm also available on Monday and Wednesdays as well by appointment. And I have kind of broken the course down into a description, the objectives, and a little kind of synopsis of some of the projects. And if you scroll down in the syllabus, you'll see that you're going to be required to get a few things. One of the things you really need to buy is a sketchbook because we will be scanning and uploading our sketches on a regular basis. You also might want to get some drawing pens. They're really useful because they're helpful in helping you control the weight and thickness of your lines. You could also get drawing pencils. There is a textbook for this class, but I have made it available through the modules as downloadable PDFs, so you can buy it. And the edition we're going to be using is the 4th edition of Graphic Design Solutions by Robin Landa. And as you go through the weeks, you can read it through the downloadable PDFs, or you can purchase it online through Amazon. They usually have older editions on Amazon, and the reason I'm having you read this edition is because the most current edition is really expensive, but if you want to buy this edition, you can usually get it for a few dollars on Amazon. Software, you're not required to use any specific software for the course. So if you feel comfortable with Illustrator or Photoshop or InDesign or even a software that's open source, feel free to use it. I will be giving you some tutorials in Adobe Illustrator. That's generally what I use for the in-person classes for this course. And I'm happy to work with you if you haven't used any design software before. I'm happy to work with you in person or to really strategize how you could best complete your assignments. It's possible to not use a software and just do sort of scanning and uploading drawn elements, but I don't recommend that. I think at least try to get your feet wet a little with the software. I think you'll find it a lot easier than doing cut and paste methods by hand. But like I said, I really want to be there as a source of support for you. So if you need that, please let me know. Most students who start this course and don't know the software are pretty successful by the end of the course. It might take a little bit more navigating at the beginning, but I haven't had a huge problem with students not being able to complete assignments. If you want to sort of learn on your own, there's a great online resource for you called lynda.com, and there's a link to it in the syllabus. If you click on that link, you'll see that there is a subscription you can buy, and you can do a free month through Lynda. And Lynda's a great resource because it gives you a lot of access to online tutorials. So that's an option. You can also Google online tutorials. So if you Google using the pen tool in Illustrator, for example, you'll get a lot of different videos on how to use that tool. So I think with a little bit of exploration and Googling, you should be able to get a lot of information and access to information on learning software. Or you could potentially get a membership to this lynda.com. The other thing is buying the software. So I know that's a challenge. We do have open lab times at DVC, and I will be getting the times out to you shortly as soon as I figure out what the fall hours are, and they will be posted on the homepage so that you know. And the open lab is generally in ATC 108, which is at sort of the top of the campus, the Advanced Technology Center building. There's also potentially some open lab hours in ATC 110 and A303. So just keep your eyes open for those posted open lab hours. And if you do need to use a computer, generally that's not a problem. So how are you graded? You're graded on following instructions accurately, meeting your deadlines. If you do upload assignments late, I allow a little bit of sort of a cushion zone. So I'll accept late projects up to a week, but you will get a deduction on those projects. And it's generally a full grade. So if you upload something and it's worth 10 points, you'll probably get 2 points deducted, which takes you down to an 8, which is a B. And so that's something to consider. Most students who upload really on the deadlines and follow all the instructions do really well in this course. The students who have problems are the ones that don't keep track, upload late, and don't follow the instructions accurately. So you're definitely graded on including your project requirements into the specified assignments. So make sure that you read everything carefully and just email me quickly if you have questions. The other things you're graded on are for the writing projects. We have 4 writing projects in this class. I look at spelling and grammar. You do need to participate in online discussions, and those online discussions are a part of your grade for your projects. And they're great because you're going to get a lot of feedback from your peers. You're also going to get some feedback from me. And it becomes a really fun class when a lot of students are just engaged and actively talking about each other's projects. You're graded on whether or not you solve the problem that you're given in the assignment and also the uniqueness of the solution. And you're graded on the attention to detail. If your projects are really sloppy or it looks like you didn't spend time on them, that could be a consideration. And overall presentation is important. So just check this syllabus over. Generally for the breakdown, design projects are about 55%. Your weekly review questions, which you answer every single week, are worth about 15% of your total grade. You have some writing projects. Those are generally 20 to 25%. And then a final quiz, which is about 10% of your final grade. So let me know if you have questions. And the way the course works, I'm going to go back to the homepage now, is everything's broken down into weekly modules. So what you'll do is you will click on week 1, and that will take you to a page. You're going to see the instructor view for a second, but when you go, you'll just see that week 1 module. And that will include design videos for week 1, reading for week 1, and assignments for week 1. So if you click on these links, you'll see all of the resources and information that you need to be successful that week. I would start out with the design videos, watch all the videos, do all the, or click on all the links that are given to you. And then you can do the reading, which is the second link, reading for week 1. And in this reading, you'll see that there is usually about 2, sometimes 3 downloadable files. And for this week, for example, you'll see chapter 1 in graphic design solutions. It's really important that you do that reading so that you can then go and answer the weekly questions. There's also a research handout this week and then an article about shapes. And then sometimes I post like notes from some of the lectures. So this week I posted something called Notes Online where you can just read through these. Sometimes there's a question in the weekly questions where you might want to review these notes and you'll find the answer in these notes. So do your, watch the videos, do your reading, and then you're ready to start the assignments. So for this week, the first thing I want you to do is post a brief introduction on the introductions forum. And if you click on it, you'll see that you'll get access to some questions. I want you to post a brief description of yourself. I want you to tell me why you're taking the class and also what design or art experience you have. And that just means what classes have you taken, software, if you have any industry experience. This is really helpful for me because then I can kind of get a sense of what your needs might be as we go forward in the class. So first do your introduction, and then you can look at your designer research project that's due this week, and also your week 1 review questions. The week 1 review questions are just a list of questions based on the reading and videos that you'll need to answer. And then the designer research project is kind of a fun project. I'm giving you a list of a lot of different really prominent, interesting designers, and I want you to look at a lot of them. So just Google them, look at their work, get excited about them, and then find 2 that you want to profile. And in the profile, I want you to write a couple of paragraphs, 2 paragraphs. The first paragraph should be what is interesting about the designer, what's their history, give me a little biography of them. The second paragraph should be what is it about their work that you find really interesting or compelling in your own words. So take some time with this. It's really helpful if you look at least 15 of these designers before you sort of commit to the 2 you want to research. The top one here, Milton Glaser, one of the videos I've posted in our assignments this week, one of the videos for you to watch, is a little biography of him. And it's all about his process, and it's him talking about his practice and process, and you get a look into his studio. So make sure you watch that. So that kind of gets us through the first week. I will be kind of sending you some emails and posting the week 2 module pretty quickly. There is a writing assignment this week, not a regular project, but I want you to know that next week we sort of jump into a digital collage. It is currently active in the assignments. If you want to click on this assignments tab, you can kind of get a sense of what we'll be doing in the future. We're going to be doing a collage assignment next week, and then we're going to be doing a business card design and a poster design. And then a final project that we'll have is a little postcard that we design. So we're having some hands-on design projects that are really great. And then we'll also do a few more writing assignments. You have 4 altogether in the class. So I'm really excited to get started. This is a fun class. I love seeing the work that comes out of this class, and I think that you'll find that if you do the projects and spend the time sort of getting through all the material, that you start to really get excited and interested in design. That's usually what happens. So let me know if you have any questions, and like I said, if you want to meet in person, I'm happy to do that, and I will try to make myself really available for students who need some extra help or want to get some hands-on instruction.